Hey everyone! Welcome to a new video. This is actually my first time talking in front of the camera and I'm not really used to this, so please, no judgments here. Anyways, you've witnessed my very uninteresting, very boring, independent life here in New York City. And for those who don't know, which is probably most of you guys watching this, I recently moved here to New York City from the Philippines around 2.5 months for a 1 year career opportunity. So it's just gonna be a whole year, nothing permanent. And I've decided to come up with a vlog because I wanted to share it with you guys. Or I wanted to share with you my experiences, learnings, everything in between, because I feel like a lot of you guys will find it very relatable or interesting or, I don't know, relevant. And if you're deciding to do the same thing with what I'm doing right now, I think this vlog will help you realize a lot of things. Because another thing is, this is actually my first time being independent and living on my own, because I'm from the Philippines, and for the past 24 years I've basically lived with my parents and I've been dependent to them my entire life. I got used to, having them around, do stuff for me. Yeah, that's just how life was in the Philippines. My life was very comfortable because I have my parents and we always have a maid or kasambahay. And some people might call me spoiled, I don't know, but yeah, I got used to having a kasambahay do the chores for us, like cook our food, do the laundry for us, clean our house, basically all the chores. And it's not that I don't know how to do chores. I actually know how to do the basics, like yung hugas ng mga pinggan, linis ng bahay. Marunong naman ako nun. But since we always have someone to help us, life was really, really easy for us. When I started moving here, when I started being alone, I found adulting very challenging and difficult at the same time. But I'm trying my best to learn from it and enjoy it at the same time, because I have no other choice but to learn and enjoy. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys a few of the important things that I've learned when I started to move here. So I've listed down a couple of things because I don't want to forget anything. I really wanted this video to be as informative as possible. So I will try my best to go through everything and be as specific as possible. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So I've been here, like what I've said, 2.5 months. But for the past 2 months, I've really learned a lot that I feel like if I decided to stay in the Philippines or in my comfort zone, I feel like I won't be able to learn these important things. Okay, so before I officially moved here to New York City, I basically did a lot of research. I did my homework kasi ayokong pumunta dito ng unprepared. So based from my research, and by research I meant I watched a lot of vloggers living in New York City because I wanted to know how life is like here in New York City in terms of culture, people, the places around, and even the cost of living. Kasi alam ko that New York City is one of the most expensive cities in the United States. So, with that being said, the number one tip or the number one lesson that I've learned is be financially smart, because given naman na you have to be financially prepared by having a lot of savings prior to your move here, but being financially smart is a different thing, because I feel like okay, sige, marami ka ng savings, prepared ka na financially before you officially moved here. But by being financially smart, you're being knowledgeable and smart and responsible, like where your money is going specifically. Ako, ang ginagawa ko kasi, I list down all my expenses every month. Like, I have my rent, which is a very huge factor where my money is going. I have my weekly groceries. I have utilities to pay, which is like the electricity, water, hindi pala water, electricity, internet, gas, stuff like that. And nag-a-allot din ako ng, allowance, daily allowance in case tama rin ako magluto for may baon. I buy food at work, and then nag-a-allot din ako ng pera, for my shopping. Like, I call it clothing allowance. Sometimes it's okay to spoil yourself, but yeah, like what I've said, it's really important for you to be knowledgeable about where your money is going. And another tip for you to be financially smart, you also have to do your research. Kasi maraming restaurants, maraming grocery stores dito sa New York City, especially in Manhattan. And a lot of them or most of them are expensive. And ako, before ako pumasok sa isang store or sa isang restaurant, I always do my research. If worth it ba yung products dito, if good quality ba siya, if mura ba siya pero quality. Well, based from my research, if nakikita ko na mahal pero pwede mo naman siyang i-afford sa other stores na cheaper price pero quality, lumilipat ako sa ibang stores. And I have specific grocery stores for specific items. Like, I only go to dollar stores for non-food items like dishwashing soap, laundry soaps, cottons, yung mga non-food items basically. And then I go to Trader Joe's for dairy products, for pasta, for rice, kasi mura yung bigas nila doon. But I never buy meat from Trader Joe's kasi mahal. So I go to another grocery store for my meats or my fresh produce. So, yun, everything's just based from my research. And from that, natuto ko maging wise when it comes to spending for specific things. That's the most important thing. Because money is everything, guys. Especially if you live here in New York City. Another tip related to that is I really try my best to avoid eating out as much as possible. Kasi during my first few weeks, syempre kasi hindi pa ako masyadong marunong magluto nun. Tapos, tinatamad pa akong mag-grocery or matutong magluto ng mga totoong pagkain. So, I always eat out. Like, there was a week na everyday Chipotle ako. I know, it's very unhealthy. Tapos, nung nakita ko yung total amount of my spendings within that week. Oh my God, naloka ako kasi sobrang mahal. Like, parang naka $100, and then, hindi naman 100, but maybe less than $100 ako within that week. Imagine, just a week, ganun nakalaki yung nagastos ko by just eating out. Also, I tried Uber Eats for the first few days. And I regret doing that because it's very expensive. And now, I learned it the hard way. So, which leads me to me being forced to learn how to cook real food. Okay, next lesson. So, I know it's important for you to be financially prepared, but at the same time, you also have to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared before moving, well, specifically to New York City. Well, in short, you have to be really prepared in all aspects. Physically, because New York City is one of, well, actually, I think it's the busiest city. It can really drain the shit out of you. Like, for example, during rush hour, sobrang crazy talaga ng mga tao, and it's way different than rush hour in the Philippines. And people can really be rude, and it's physically exhausting because, most of the time, people are always in a rush. And I feel like I always have to keep up with them because if I don't or if I didn't, sobrang rude talaga ng mga tao. Like, they can be really mean pag kunyari nagmamadali sila tapos ikaw pa chill-chill ka lang ng lakad, maiinis talaga sila sa'yo. And I've encountered a few rude people here actually. I'm still getting used to that, but I've accepted the fact that some people can really be rude, so you have no other choice but to keep up with them. And it can also be mentally and emotionally draining, especially in my scenario because I'm alone most of the time. I mean, I have my friends here, pero I'm an introvert kasi, so there are times where I choose to be by myself because I find it very relaxing being alone. But of course, I can't avoid being sad when I'm alone and be homesick because dadating talaga yung point na mamimiss mo yung family mo, yung friends mo. I just realized how important it is to take care of your mental health. And for the past few years, I've been reading a lot of self-help books and I've been listening to motivational and self-help podcasts, and it really did a lot of changes in my life in general. In short, I feel really better compared to my mental state like a few years ago. And I also go to the gym thrice or 4 times a week. Well, for everyone's information, I've been a fitness freak for more than a year now. And people often ask me, what motivates you to work out or to go to the gym? Kasi ang sipag-sipag ko daw mag-workout. What people don't know is that it's more than just the physical appearance or the physical fitness. Sobrang na-addict ako sa gym kasi it super helps me with my mental state, with my mental health. Sobrang na-lessen yung anxiety attacks ko, yung panic attacks ko, yung overthinking, yung paranoid ko. Yeah, that which leads me to the third lesson that I've learned. For me to avoid the sadness and the homesickness and the anxiety attacks. I really try my best to find a lot of things to do or to occupy myself with. And, just basically find hobbies here. It was difficult for me at first. Kasi syempre, it's a very unfamiliar place and I don't know anything about New York City. What's really nice about this place, this city, is you can never really run out of things to do in New York City. Which I really feel bad about because for the past few days, well, weeks actually, I haven't been around that much kasi tinatamad pa talaga ako lumabas. But I'm really enjoying my cozy space. As you can see, I recently purchased a second-hand couch and I'm a really homebody. Like what I've said, I'm an introvert, so I really enjoy my space alone. And yeah, that's one thing, to avoid the sadness, just find yourself some things to occupy yourself with or to do. But even if you enjoy your alone time or you choose to be on your own most of the time, just don't forget to make time or to even talk to your family back home. I mean, your friends and family back home. I'm really blessed to have a really supporting and loving family and friends because they always check up on me, they always call me, they always ask how I am, if malungkot ba ako dito, if I wanted to go home kasi nga malungkot ako. And I really appreciate them. I really appreciate all the efforts that they've been giving just to know how I am. Basically, just always make time for them. Another thing is, I am not the most godly person there is. I mean, I'm not the holiest person, but I go to the church with my family when I was in the Philippines. Well, actually, even now, I really try my best to go to Mass every Sunday. I always try to find time to pray. Well, that's mostly before I go to sleep. Kahit hindi ako madasaling tao or hindi ako holy na person, gusto kong itry yung best ko na every night I say thank you to God, syempre, of course, for giving me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for keeping me safe all the time. And I feel good actually doing that every night. Gusto ko lang, after everything that I've been through, I'm still here, alive, and safe, and enjoying life, basically. So, yeah, always make it a point to thank the Lord for the blessings He's been giving us. And, just to ask guidance, kasi iba pa rin yung nanghihingi ka ng guidance from the man above. This last thing is what really keeps me going. I always look at my end goal. I always look at the light at the end of the tunnel. And as long as you have a goal, ako kasi sobrang dami kong goals after this 1-year experience here in the US. If you focus on that prize, nothing else will really matter, even the sadness, even the homesickness. Kasi I just keep on thinking that everything now is just temporary, and after a year I'm just gonna be back home, back to my normal life, only better because I'm a changed person in a better way. And that's one thing I'm really grateful for. Instead of just drowning myself with sadness or homesickness, I just look at the positive side that I'm learning a lot of things even outside of my career growth. I'm also learning in terms of personal growth. I learned a lot of responsibilities. I learned a lot of things about life that I know that I won't be able to learn if I just stayed in my comfort zone. So yeah, I really hope that made sense. And if you are someone who's deciding to do this or something similar with what I'm doing, I really hope that this is your sign. This is your sign telling you to just go for it, even if it scares you a lot, even if you find it challenging or difficult, or even if you feel like even if you feel like you can't do it, I say just, go for it and do it. Kasi wala naman ding mawawala if you try. At the end of everything, I'm sure you'll just thank yourself for allowing yourself to do it, from learning from that experience. Okay, anyway, feeling ko pa ulit-ulit na ako. I hope you enjoy this video because honestly, I enjoyed making this video. And if you wanna learn more about or know more about my independent life here in New York City, please feel free to click the subscribe button, but I'm not forcing you to do that. So thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you again soon, guys.